That's what we know about Center Grove, except they're always good in sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, if we could begin to have everyone head to their tables, please. If you're already seated, if you can make sure your cell phones are turned off or in silent mode, and all other electronic devices are in silent mode as well. Thank you. All right, it's so nice to see all of you here tonight. Are you ready to celebrate your honorees? What an exciting night. First of all, we have Caitlin Clark, who is not going to be here, but she's going to be part of Indiana basketball. I wish she was going to be here. We tried. I got your attention, didn't I? I'm a former teacher, so that's how we used to do things. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Melissa Stanley James, and welcome to the 2024 Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame Women's Banquet. It's great to see so many families, friends, former teammates, and coaches all here to celebrate this year's honorees. Tonight's banquet is a celebration of Indiana basketball's heritage and a reunion of its greatest athletic stars. This evening, we will honor the newest class of inductees, the silver medal recipient, the silver anniversary team comprised of 18 of Indiana's best high school senior players from 25 years ago, and the recipients of the Center Circle Officials Award. We will also be celebrating 4 state championship teams from 1999. I'd like to start by introducing, if they could stand when I announce their team, the state championship teams from 1999. First, 1A, Clinton Prairie, coached by Connie Garrett. 2A, Fort Wayne Lures, coached by Gary Andrews. 3A, Northwood, coached by Steve Neff. 'And finally, 4A, New Albany, coached by Angie Hinton. It is my honor to introduce the procession for this year's honorees. We're going to begin with the Center Circle Official honorees. Mr. Jimmy Arnett. Mr. Kevin G. Brown. Our 2024 Silver Anniversary team. Amy Zurcher. April McDivitt Schilling. Heather Cusick Migrant. Erica Munt Rodebush. Courtney Minnan. Kristen Lowry Lanier. Dorcas Lawson. Dr. Tiffany S. Kaiser. Unable to join us tonight, but we still have her in spirit, Kenitra Johnson. Jeanette Gray. Jenna Hayes Alspaff. Jill Harmon Early. Knock Dwayne Bassey. Lori Kitts Detweiler. Tia Davis. Latrice Crawford McMichael. Jackie Clark Campbell. And completing our silver anniversary team, Emily Butler. Our 2024 Hall of Fame inductees. Beginning with Nan Tomczak Chelchinsky. Jeanette Yeoman Mosier. Lisa Williams Burgess.
I said, don't trip.
The first of the Wonder Twins, Melissa Miles. And her twin sister, Melinda Miles. Jill Morton McFarling. Rick Marshall. Joe Lentz. Terilyn R. Johnson. Woo! Lisa Winterfinn. Christina Dibchak Eschmeyer. And Marilyn Major Cottons. Joining our honorees at the head table, we have some amazing women. First, if you could raise your hand, Rita Price Simpson, 2004 Hall of Fame inductee. Phyllis Tubbs, 2007 Hall of Fame inductee. Where's she at? Oh, there she is over here. Dr. Amy Matheny, 2008 Hall of Fame inductee. Teresa Wins, 2009 Hall of Fame inductee. And finally, Donna Sullivan, Indiana basketball's first woman Hall of Fame president and 2002 Hall of Fame inductee. If I could have everyone who has a hat on as a male remove their hat, we're going to do the national anthem. Tonight, I have the pleasure of introducing Alexandria Werner, who will be singing our national anthem. Her mother, a basketball player in her own right, played for Southport High School from 94 to 97. Kelly Ely. We'd like Alexandria to come up and let's hear your beautiful voice. It was beautiful last year. I cannot wait.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Great job. I'm going to have a photo of the two of you. Be okay? Okay. Right here. Just lean over. If you can get a photo of the two. Like I said, isn't her voice amazing? If we give her a round of applause. Thank you so much, Alexandria. Before we have the invocation, if everyone could please direct your attention to the top of page 18 in your program book. There you will find a list of Hall of Fame inductees who have passed away. Okay, well, that was wrong. Sorry, that was not correct. I would like somebody to find me the page. 8. Thank you. That person gets a drink. No, I'm joking. Water for him, please. Oh, I'm joking. Thank you. Page 8. Marvin Cave, 1994 inductee, passed away on 3/3/23. Willie Mike McCarter, 2019 inductee, passed away 4/18/2023. Pete Pritchett, 2007 inductee, passed away 5/1/2023. Dee Monroe, 1985 inductee, 5/18/2023. Virgil Sweet, 1987 inductee, passed away 6/7/2023. J. Ronald Ferguson, 2007 inductee, passed away 6/15/2023. Howard Catt, 1990 inductee, passed away 6/29/2023. Terry Dischinger, 1989 inductee, passed away 10/10/2023. Arlie Andrews, 1989 inductee, who passed away 10/14/2023. The legend Bobby Knight, 1982 inductee, who passed away 11/1/2023. Larry McIntyre, 2007 inductee, who passed away 12/3/2023. George McGinnis, 1995 inductee, who passed away 12/14/2023. Eric Montrose, a 2023 inductee, who passed away at the end of last year, 12/17/2023. William Hosbach, 1997 inductee, who passed away on 12/25/2023. Richard Butt, 2023 inductee, who passed away on 2024. And finally, Linda K. Barrett, who passed away on April 3rd. Earlier this month, the Hall of Fame lost one of our own. Linda was a member of the second Hall of Fame induction class in 2003 for women. She was an active member of the Hall of Fame for over 20 years. She was an assistant director of the Hall of Fame Women's Advisory Committee, a member of the Hall of Fame Banquet Committee, and a contributing member to the Hall of Fame, where she worked diligently trying to contact members of this year Class A 1999 State Championship team, Clinton Prairie. Even though she was a lifelong Clinton Central Bulldog teacher and coach, she didn't hesitate to realize that it was very important to find the Clinton Prairie team members so they could celebrate tonight. Linda was an avid Clinton Central Bulldog fan and a Purdue Boilermaker fan. She will be remembered by many as a teacher, a coach, a caterer, a seamstress, a county and state fair 4-H advocate, a volunteer and a worker there, a food pantry coordinator, a volunteer, and a wonderful friend to so many people. But most importantly, Linda was an amazing wife to Jerry. They made their home together in Kirkland for over 55 years. She is survived by her husband, her brother Mark, her brother-in-law Jim, her 4 nephews, her 1 niece, and her 16 great-nephews and nieces. If we could have a moment of silence to honor Linda and the others I mentioned tonight. Thank you. Now I'd like to introduce our 2007 silver medal winner, Phyllis Tubbs, to provide our invocation.
Thank you, Melissa. I would ask that you bow your heads in prayer or silent meditation. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for the opportunity to gather tonight to honor each of our inductees and celebrate their careers and accomplishments. We thank you for their families and friends that are here with them during this celebration. We thank you for their coaches and teammates, and especially their parents, for their help and guidance of each of the nominees. All of our honorees tonight have contributed much to the Indiana basketball and now are providing leadership and are positive role models for the younger generations to follow. We ask that the pioneers of girls basketball and past Hall of Fame inductees that have gone on before us will always be remembered for their contributions to make possible our honorees to participate in this great game of Indiana basketball. We ask that you bless the food and the hands that prepared it for the nourishment of our bodies. And lastly, we ask that you grant safe travels for everyone in attendance tonight as we return to our homes at the close of this celebration. All these things we ask in your name and pray that your will be done. Amen.
Thank you, Phyllis. Dinner is served.
which one first. That's the thing. Gotta be very careful on the way that works.
We're going to start back up again with the awards portion of the evening. If anyone needs to use the restroom, I'd like you to please do it now so that we can have all of you in your seats so we can enjoy their speeches. Thank you.
Well, I'm glad you won't, because you know someday I probably won't be doing it anymore. My brain works.
Keep doing it. Do it as long as you can. You gotta keep using it, right? You gotta keep using it.
And I think that's one of the reasons why I do as well as I do.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Yep.
So I'm still like 70 games a year.
70?
Three boys, girls, and girls.
That's incredible. Well, awesome. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. And again, I had to go first. I'm like, I'm never first. I'm C. What am I doing? And then we're like, oh, C. Yeah. So again, and then they're like,
If everybody can start to take your seats.
Oh, I see her. She's coming up now. All right. Got her? Oh, we're good, Donna. 5 after 7. We're good. Yeah, but you know. I know. Keep her on. Oh, dear God. All right, I gave everyone an extra 9 minutes. I got in trouble for it too. So I also want to say once again, thank you so much for being here. We're going to go ahead and get ready with the awards portion of the evening. So if you could have your seats. Thank you. Before we start tonight's honors, I want to take a few moments and welcome our special guests in attendance. Tonight we have Addison Veers of Triton High School, Morley Blessinger from Newcastle High School, and Drew Walker from Logatee High School. They are the recipients of this year's Hall of Fame's Gift of the Game Scholarship. If you could please come up here so we could recognize you. Unless you're in the restroom. You have been recognized. Okay. Well, if they come back around, we'll do it again. We are honored tonight to have some former Miss Basketballs joining us this evening. If you look over here, look really far. I'm going to have her stand up. It's the first, yeah, I didn't say that, Judy. The first Miss Basketball, Judy Warren from Warren High School. Now, if we could take a look at, there are 2 women up here from 1996. Miss Basketball, Lisa Winter-Finn from Huntington North. Please stand up. And from 1999, Miss Basketball, April McDivitt from Connorsville High School. If you could stand up. Now, I have to ask this question. Do we have any other Miss Basketballs or Mr. Basketballs in the audience tonight? Do we have any future Miss? Ah, there we go. There's our guy right there. Oh, the little girl, I love it. I am privileged tonight to welcome all Hall of Fame inductees joining us tonight in celebration, in person, and on our live stream. So if you are a current Hall of Fame inductee, if you could please stand to be recognized. I have a few thank yous. I'll try to be very brief, but they've been so amazing that they have to be recognized. I would like to thank the Women's Banquet Committee, who volunteered their time to help us celebrate our honorees tonight. As you look around the room, you might have met some of them. Would you all please stand up and be recognized? There are so many people who have worked tirelessly at the Hall of Fame to make this event a reality. I would like to highlight a few. Donna Sullivan, the president. Rick Goins, the executive vice president of the Hall of Fame. We are so thankful for your support, your leadership, to the Women's Advisory Committee and to the Women's Banquet Committee. Matt Martin, the executive director at the Hall of Fame. Kayla Kessler, the assistant director. Cheryl Betton, the operations coordinator. Noah Dahlquist, the publications coordinator, and Corey Criswell, the development director at the Hall of Fame. You might have met him when you came in this evening. We are eternally grateful for all your hard work and dedication, finding our honorees, taking care of their families and their loved ones, and we'd like you to receive your recognition and the celebration you deserve. Tonight we were lucky enough to have a beautiful string quartet from Center Grove High School performing for us during our pre-dinner music. We had Megna Peli, Hunter Petkovich, Eric Baker, and Lily Spate that honored us with their music tonight. Thank you very much. Finally, I'd like to thank the staff at Primo's. Thank you so much for what you do. You run around, you do all these things to make this evening wonderful, and we're really, really grateful. Thank you. Now, if I could have Matt Martin come up. He is their executive director at the Hall of Fame, and he's going to say a few words. Matt.
Good evening, everyone. As mentioned, my name is Matt Martin, and I'm lucky enough to be the executive director of the Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame. Before we begin the important part of the evening, I just want to take a moment and give a few thank yous and some Hall of Fame information. First and most importantly, congratulations to all tonight's inductees, Silver Anniversary team members, Center Circle officials, and honor teams. Tonight is about you. I want to say a huge thank you to the Hall of Fame staff, Kayla Kessler, Cheryl Betton, Noah Dahlquist, Corey Criswell, along with President Donna Sullivan, our executive committee, board of directors, associate directors, and our Women's Banquet Committee. Thank you for all your hard work you put in, not only to this event, but for everything that we do for the Hall of Fame. Thank you to our corporate partners, Pacer Sports and Entertainment, Indiana Basketball Coaches Association, Citizens State Bank, the Indiana High School Athletic Association, Henry Community Health, Shepherd Insurance, Stiefel, Jostens, Henry County Destination Development, ISC Sports Network, and of course, Marianne and the Primo staff. If you like today's events at the Hall of Fame in Newcastle and tonight's banquet and would like to join the roll call that begins on page 105, please consider becoming a member of the Hall of Fame. There are membership brochures at each table, and members are the heart of what we do. And the Hall of Fame would love to have you be a part of that. In addition to the membership brochures, you will also see a brochure for our expansion project. Those of you that attended the reception at Newcastle noticed the large addition that we are making to the back of our building. We would love for you to be a part of the history and help us continue to promote the history of Indiana basketball with financial assistance and support for that project. We are extremely excited about our future. One of our large exhibits we are going to do for that expansion is a history of Title IX and women's basketball in Indiana, so we're really excited about that upcoming project. Lastly, we cannot do what we do. Yeah, give a round of applause for that. Lastly, we cannot do what we do on a daily basis to help promote the history of Indiana basketball without your generous help and support. So thank you for all joining us this evening and honoring these men and women for their achievements. Enjoy the celebration.
Thank you, Matt. As I look out in the crowd and at the head tables, I know many of you have been positively impacted by the person I'm going to introduce. Her mentorship, her leadership, her tenacity to push girls basketball to new levels is known throughout the state and around this country. Donna Sullivan graduated from Orleans High School in 1966. She's a 1970 graduate of Indiana University, and she began her coaching career at Seymour High School in 1970. Her career includes 10 sectional championships, 5 regional championships, 1 semi-state, 1 Final Four, and 2 conference championships. She has a career record of 344 wins. Donna has earned Indiana Coaches of Girls Sports District 5 Coach of the Year 4 times. In 1985, she conducted clinics in Africa to push sports there. Donna was selected the winner of the Indiana Coaches of Girls Sports Service Award in 2000. She was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2002. She has been an active member of the Hall of Fame, and her previous positions include the Women's Advisory Committee Director, the Executive Vice President of the Hall of Fame. Donna continues to break glass ceilings for women, becoming the first female president of the Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame. It is my pleasure and honor to introduce Donna Sullivan, our Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame president, to begin the awards portion for this evening.
Thank you, Melissa. Put this down. Thank you, Melissa. I'm not 6'7" now. I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome all the honorees, along with your families and friends, to tonight's program. And for the sake of time, due to the length of the evening's program, I simply second Melissa's and Matt's opening remarks, where they said thank you to all the staffs, board of directors, and committees and volunteers for the Hall of Fame. I first started coming to the Hall of Fame 20-plus years ago with a guy named Lloyd Barney Scott, who was the athletic director at Seymour High School and one of the founders of the Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame. I learned a lot about the Hall of Fame on our drives from Seymour to Newcastle. It takes about an hour and 45 minutes. As I begin my 2-year term last July, I didn't know what to expect in the next 8 months. But I thank all the Hall of Fame staff, the board, the executive director, for allowing me to serve in this position, honoring the great players, coaches, and contributors that make up the Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame. And this evening, we honor the class of 2024. From groundbreaking in October, to the Classic in December, to the January meetings with possible companies to develop our new exhibits, it's been a wonderful experience. And one of those exhibits is, in the new edition, will be a history of girls high school basketball in Indiana. The first game was played in 1898 by a high school in Indianapolis that later became Shortridge. They played Classical High School of Indianapolis. We found from 1898 until 1933, the number of high schools who played girls basketball was over 300, we believe. So what kind of rules did they play? And where did they play? They played wherever they could, and they played any number of these rules. 12 people on a team, and we're talking about each side. What they called three-zone rules with 9 players. You had 3 on offense, 3 on defense, and 3 in the passing in the middle, with no dribbles. 6-on-6 with no dribbles. 6-on-6 with 2 dribbles. 6-on-6 with 2 guards, 2 forwards, and 2 rovers, and unlimited dribbles. And that was being played up until 1970. In 1970-71, the girls played 5-player basketball, but the rules were the college rules for women with a 30-second clock. Bet you didn't know that. That women played with a 30-second clock in the early 70s. But we decided that we needed to play the National Federation rules in 1973. And the HSA approved the National Federation rules, and of course, those rules that we play today, the same as the boys were playing back when we started. The state tournament started in 1975-76, and on your tables, there are some cards. Looks like this. And if you have a family member, whether it be an aunt, a sister-in-law, a great-grandmother, a great-great-grandmother, who might have been a high school basketball player in this state in the times and eras listed there in red, we would appreciate it if you would put a name and a school and the time period, and then put some contact information below. At the end of the night, we'll pick them up off the tables. This is one way we're trying to find out what the history is all about. And we've found out a lot so far, but we've got a long ways to go. It didn't start, a lot of people thought, I just got one real quick question. Did anybody in here play 6-on-6 basketball for girls? Anybody? A few people over here. That seemed to be I did. No, I wouldn't. I refused to play, so I didn't play it. But anyhow, but if you take that time to do that, this will give us some contact information. We've already found a lot of contact informations out there. As I said, there were over 300 schools playing it in the 20s and 30s. And we want to be able to have that as part of our exhibit as well as Title IX. At this time, I also am supposed to present another award, and it's the President's Award. The winner of this award is a dear friend, but more than that, he's a very professional sports writer and basketball enthusiast who has made such significant contributions to the sports community in Indiana. He joined Indianapolis Star in 1982 and covered high school and women's sports during his 26 years there. He also had 16 years of experience coaching travel team basketball while working as a sports writer and editor in Indianapolis. He transitioned from a sports writing career to a high school girls basketball coach at Columbus North. At North, he guided the Bulldogs to 3 state finals appearances, winning 4A in 2015. He retired from Columbus North in 2021 and presently is the IBCA's Director of Special Projects and a member of our Board of Directors for the Hall of Fame. He is chairman of the Silver Anniversary Team for the women, an integral part of the Men's Silver Anniversary Committee. He recently compiled the high school 1,000 point scores for both the men and women in the state. And when someone asks us, as Ms. Deviak did, tell us how many father-daughters combinations have been inducted into the Hall of Fame, who do we turn to? Pat. Most people ask for money or something like that at Christmas. This person asked for a subscription to newspapers.com. Pat McKee, will you please come up here? Hold that hand over that so it doesn't, as your name's not on it. Okay.
You were making sure I was coming.
Yeah, I was. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Pat. Well deserved. Now we enter the awards portion. I'd like to start by introducing the 2009 Hall of Fame inductee, Teresa Wins. Many of you know her. Many of you have learned a lot from her. I know I did, and I'm really excited that she gets to work with Terry and Brian Humphrey, 2 other inductees, to give these awards out. Teresa.
Good evening. Each year, the Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame honors 2 individuals for their contributions as Indiana high school girls basketball officials as recipients of the Center Circle Officials Award. It is our privilege to recognize 2 outstanding officials for their contributions to our great game of basketball. As they are introduced, we ask each recipient to come to the stage where they will be met by Terry Magnuson and Brian Humphrey, both previous Center Circle official honorees, who will present them with their plaque. Our first honoree this evening is Jimmy Arnett. Jimmy has worked 24 girls sectionals, 18 regionals, 6 semi-states, and 3 state finals. He is a member of the St. Joe Valley Athletic Officials Association in South Bend, where he served as president in 2020. He served 5 years as the basketball chairperson, 4 years as the basketball assigning secretary, and 9 years as a member of their board. He has been a mentor, lead official, and officials coordinator for Andrews University Cardinal Classic for 12 years. He attended the Indiana Academy in Muncie, graduating in 1974. He has been employed as a national sales manager with Workwear Outfitters for over 23 years. Please help me to recognize and congratulate the 2024 Center Circle Officials Award recipient, Jimmy Arnett. Our next honoree is the Center Circle Official Award is Kevin G. Brown. Kevin has been a member of the Indiana and Fall Creek Officials Associations here in Indianapolis. Kevin has worked 3 total Hall of Fame classics, 2 boys and 1 girls. Kevin has officiated over 23 sectionals, 16 regionals, 5 semi-states, and 3 state finals. Kevin has been an IOA board member and an IOA basketball training coordinator. He has worked over 30 years as an official for basketball, baseball, and
in 1999, there were 4 girls basketball state champions. Our Class A state champion, Clinton Prairie Gophers. Clinton Prairie survived a second-half rally and held off New Washington 50-42 for the Class A girls basketball state championship at Market Square Arena in Indianapolis. Coach Connie Garrett, Clinton Prairie finished, coached by Connie Garrett, Clinton Prairie finished with its 19th straight victory and a 25-2 record. It was the first state championship in girls basketball for the Gophers and the 4th in the school's history, all of which have come under Garrett's direction. Garrett led the Gophers to state titles in volleyball in 84-85, 1997-98, and 98-99, and earned the distinction of becoming the first coach ever to lead a team to a volleyball and girls basketball state championship. Clinton Prairie also became the 3rd school to win titles in volleyball and girls basketball in the same year, joining Fort Wayne Snyder in 87 and 88 and Martinsville in 96 and 97. New Washington jumped out to an early 5-0 lead before Clinton Prairie took control and led 14-10 at the first stop and 29-16 at halftime. The Mustangs climbed back into it with a 7-0 run to start the 3rd period and trailed just 36-35 at the break. New Washington regained the lead 37-36 with only 7:32 to go in the game, and after a 40-40 tie at the 3:11 mark, Clinton Prairie got a pair of field goals from senior guard Courtney Minnan that spurred a 10-0 Gopher run that put that game away. Minnan led all scorers and rebounders with 23 points and 10 boards. Clinton Prairie's Heather Allen contributed 11 points and 9 rebounds before falling out of the game. You know, there's nothing wrong with falling out of the game. I did a lot. Members of the Clinton Prairie State Championship team that are joining us tonight include Aaron Fox Haynes, okay. Amanda Kistler DeVoe, Ashley Menon, Courtney Menon, Amber Woodard Harris, And Coach Connie Garrett is over here and unable to come up, but we would like to give her a round of applause because she broke a few glass ceilings herself. Congratulations, Clinton Prairie. The Class 2A state champions, the Fort Wayne Bishop Lures. Oh. Yeah, go get a picture. Fort Wayne Lures, bench play, and rebounding were key components as the Knights grabbed a 59-48 victory over Austin in the Class 2A championship game at Market Square Arena. Fort Wayne outscored Austin 17-2, including 8 points from junior forward Emily Zoch, as the Knights won their first state championship in girls basketball. It was the 4th state title in school history, with each of the previous 3 coming in football, 85, 89, and 92. The Knights also controlled the boards using a 42-20 difference, 21 on the offensive glass to their advantage. Jenny Moppert, a 5'3" junior guard, led everyone with 11 rebounds. That's impressive. Judy, that sounds like you. Senior guard, Krishna Snyder, led Lures in scoring with 11 points, 3 for 4 from three-point range, while sophomore teammate Emily Loomis added 10 for the top-ranked Knights, who finished 27-1 under Coach Gary Andrews. Heading into next week's Tournament of Champions, Lures has won 17 consecutive ball games. Lures defense held twin sister Miranda Collins to just 9 points, 13 below her average. Unfortunately for us, no members of the Fort Wayne Bishop Lures state championship team were able to join us, but we still celebrate that amazing day. The Class 3 state champions, the Northwood Panthers. There you go. Northwood's Natalie Will made the first of 2 free throws with 5.6 seconds remaining and withstood a last-second shot by Indianapolis Cathedral as the Panthers claimed a thrilling victory, 72-71, in the Class 3 state championship game held at Market Square. It was the first team title in any sport in their school history, and it came on the 6th-ranked Panthers' second trip to the girls' basketball state finals in the last 3 years. Coached by 22nd-year boss Steve Neff, Northwood finished 24-3 and denied top-ranked and previously unbeaten Indianapolis Cathedral its first title in girls basketball. Northwood placed 4 starters in double figures, including Will's game-high 24 points, Amy Searcher's 17, Chamberlain's 13, and Duncan's 10. Cathedral was led by Jennifer Kellier's 23 points. Sharika Webb poured in 21. Zinnerman finished with 10. Hot-shotting Northwood hit 30 of 47 field goals for almost a 64%, the best in any state finals game, single or multiple class. Combined, the 2 teams hit 59 of their 103 field goal attempts for a 57% clip, also a state finals record in a single or multiple class game. Members of that amazing Northwood State Championship team that are with us tonight include Carol Duncan McGregor, Mandy Gerber, Brad Newcomer, Aaron Newcomer, Carrie Renard Haney, Shelley Rickenbaugh Stichter. John Yeager. And Amy Zurcher. I was like, she's leaving. Thank you, Judy. Class 4 state champions, the New Albany Bulldogs. Unbeaten New Albany lived up to its #1 ranking with a 46-41 victory over 6th-ranked Fort Wayne Snyder in the Class 4 championship game. The Bulldogs, coached by Angie Hinton, completed the school's first unbeaten season at 26-0 and claimed their first championship in girls basketball. It was also the 4th title in the school's history and the first since 1987 when it won in softball. New Albany spotted Fort Wayne Snyder a 10-0 lead to start the game and trailed 10-3 at the first break, but climbed back tenacious into it by halftime, down only 22-20. Junior Abigail Charlot's 2 free throws at 6:33 of the third quarter started a 10-1 run that would put the Bulldogs in command for the rest of the game. Snyder cut the lead to 32-31 with only 6:48 to go. But New Albany, behind senior guard Kenitra Johnson's 2 3-pointers and 2 free throws, countered with another 8-0 spurt to put the game out of reach. For the game, New Albany shot just 25.25 from the field compared to the 3.95 for Snyder, but forced the Panthers into 23 turnovers. There's something to say about defense. Johnson led all scorers with 18 points. Maria Ricards added 10 points, and Jessica Dablow pulled down 13 boards for the Bulldogs' cause. The members joining us tonight include Denise Beckwith, Amanda Carmichael, Katrina Condra, Lacey Crozier, Brittany Green, Paul Hamilton, Coach Angie Hinton, Joe Hinton, Jessica Huggins, Kenitra Johnson. She was able to be here earlier at the reception, but unfortunately had some problems. But we support and congratulate her nonetheless. Regina Marshall. Shihan Mayfield. Oh, sorry. Jihan. I tried to make it really fancy, sorry. Katie Myers. Maria Ricards Waters. Jesse Spainauer. Aaron Treat. And Abby Charlo. Congratulations, New Albany Bulldogs. I'd like to introduce Dr. Amy Matheny, the 2008 Hall of Fame inductee. She will be introducing the Silver Anniversary team members. Also helping her will be Linda Godby, 2012 Hall of Fame inductee, and Nikki Serbone, 2017 Hall of Fame inductee. Thank you, ladies.
I'm thinking you should get to decide who you get your picture taken with. Do you want to look short and stand next to Linda, or a little taller next to Nikki? Or we can bring Judy back. You know I love you, Linda. All right. So each year, the Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame honors a silver anniversary team from 25 years ago today. Now, as I announce them, if you want to read along about each team member's bio, you can turn to 26 in your program. First, we have Emily Butler, Center Grove High School. Emily holds Center Grove's career record in assists and is second in steals, earning a 1999 All-State accolades. Emily then went on to Northwestern University, where she earned All-Big Ten in 2001 and Academic All-Big Ten in 2003. Regarding hard work, she says, "Value the opportunity to work to become the best that you can be." She is a former school principal and current school administrator in Seattle, Washington, and very impressively, in her second act, she is going to be entering law school this fall. So we wish you the best, Emily. Emily Butler. Okay. Jackie Campbell Clark, Chesterton High School. Jackie is Chesterton's all-time leading scorer with just over 1,200 career points, along with over 300 career assists. She competed in the 1996 IHSAA three-point contest. Jackie went to Colorado State University, where she was 6th on the Colorado State's list for three-point percentage. Jackie is currently dedicated to teaching the young girls in the Valparaiso community the game of basketball. We need more of those. And she works at the Valpo Parks and Recs. Jackie Campbell Clark. Latrice McMitchell Crawford, Indianapolis Tech High School. Latrice scored a career-high 35 points versus Warren Central and was named the 1999 First Team All-City and Hoosier Basketball Magazine Top 40. She averaged 24 points a game at Missouri Baptist University and was inducted into their Hall of Fame in 2022. In regard to what basketball has meant to her life, Latrice said, "It has helped to shape me into the woman, leader, and person I am today." Latrice is currently a college and career manager and DEI manager for Purdue Polytechnical High School in Indianapolis. Latrice McMitchell Crawford. Tia L. Davis, Kokomo High School. Tia scored over 1,000 points and grabbed over 600 rebounds in her career, putting her second on Kokomo's all-time rebound list. Upon graduation, Tia went to the University of Toledo and was a 3-year starter where she earned the team MVP in 2003. Tia says that playing basketball in the state of Indiana has been a transformative and deeply meaningful experience for me. Indiana's reputation as a basketball haven is more than just a stereotype. It's a way of life. It's a cultural phenomenon where the love of the game is ingrained in the fabric of the community. Well said, Tia. Tia is currently a regional business operations manager in Fort Worth, Texas. Tia L. Davis. Lori Kitts Detweiler, Eastbrook High School. At the time of graduation, Lori held the school record and Grant County record with over 1,800 points and led the state in scoring as a junior with 28.5 points a game. Lori went to Ball State, where she started all games as a freshman, but had to retire early after a second knee surgery. Lori says, "Basketball has allowed me to travel to many different countries, make lifelong friends, and finish college debt-free." Amen. All while helping me be more responsible, hardworking coworker, and a person. Lori is currently a nuclear medicine technologist at Goshen Hospital in Goshen, Indiana. Lori Kitts Detweiler. Knock Dwayne Bassey, Bloomington High School. Despite playing with a knee injury, Knock averaged 17.5 points per game her senior year while being named team captain her junior and senior seasons. She then went on to the Georgetown University, where she was named their most improved player in 2002. Knock is a co-founder of the American School in South Sudan, which is a really impressive thing, and we thank you for that, following in your family's wonderful footsteps. She currently lives in Washington, D.C., where she's a tech manager for Accenture and mentors young women in sports and tech. Knock Dwayne Bassey. Jill Hartman Early, Evansville Memorial High School. Evansville's all-time leading scorer, Jill was a 1999 Indiana All-Star and first-team All-State team selection. Jill went to Indiana University, where she is IU's record holder for single-season three-point percentage. And I have just heard, this is per her father, so we're going to trust the source, that Sarah Scalia at Indiana University did not beat that record this year. So Jill still holds it. Jill says, "Let the drive to win come from your competitive fierceness and perhaps greater, the desire to feel the sense of togetherness and accomplishment that can only be shared with one another." Jill is currently a licensed professional counselor who has recently opened up her own practice. But she's in Houston, Texas, so if anybody needs therapy, they're going to have to travel. Jill Hartman Early. Jenna Hayes Allspa, Roncalli High School. There's some rebels in the house. Jenna was a 1999 Indiana All-Star, and at the time of graduation held 8 school records, including blocks in a game, season, and career. She went to the University of Evansville, where she finished her career with almost 1,000 points. Jenna says basketball, most importantly, has given her the gift of time with her family. And then I'm going to give you the best quote I've ever heard that I think we're all going to be able to relate to. She says, her values were forged across hundreds of thousands of miles in the back seat of a Dodge Caravan, laughing until we cried, breaking down game scenarios, learning how to handle adversity, arguing about temperature control and radios, and getting to see our great nation with mom, dad, her younger brother, and family friend. We had a white station wagon, what can I say? Jenna is currently the Senior Director of Marketing and Research for Diabetes and Obesity at Eli Lilly, a very impressive job, and lives in Martinsville, Indiana. Jenna Hayes Alspa. A show of hands who rode in the back of some large vehicle without a seatbelt back in the day. Yes. Jeanette Gray, Valparaiso High School. Being named 1990 Indiana All-Star, ICGSA First Team All-State, and a Gary Post-Tribune Player of the Year, Jeanette is the school's all-time leading scorer and second all-time rebounder. She went to play at Valparaiso University and led the team to the 2002 WNIT quarterfinals and the 2003 NCAA tournament berth. Jeanette says the moment it hit her how important basketball was in the state of Indiana was when she was standing at midcourt, waiting for tip-off, surrounded by a massive crowd with great energy in the single-class state championship game. Jeanette is a teacher and, wait for it, football coach at Lake Central High School and the current owner of 2 CrossFit gyms. See Jeanette after the program today if you want to get in shape. She lives in Dreyer, Indiana. Jeanette Gray. Kenitra Johnson, New Albany High School. And let's give her a hand. As we said, unfortunately, Kenitra could not make it back tonight, but she was a 1999 Indiana All-Star and Parade All-American. She holds 7 school records. She played 2 years at the University of Connecticut, helping them win the 2000 NCAA championship and a 2001 Final Four. She is currently the Director of Production at NYX in New Albany. Kenitra Johnson. Dr. Tiffany S. Kaiser, Culver Girls Academy. Named the CGA's 1999 Outstanding Sportswoman of the Year, she was a 4-time team MVP. Kaiser was a state finalist in track and field in addition to her efforts on the court. Tiffany attended IUPUI, where she stands 5th on the career scoring list and 3rd in career rebounds, along with holding the school record for career free throws. Tiffany says that basketball gave her a community, friendships, life lessons, and leadership skills. She is currently the Executive Director of Outreach and Engagement at Indiana University Alumni Association, both in Bloomington and Indianapolis, and lives here in Indianapolis, Dr. Tiffany S. Kaiser. Dorcas Lawson, Terre Haute South High School. Dorcas, in addition to being named to the 1999 Indiana All-Star team, was a recipient of the McMillan Award as the top high school all-sport athlete in Terre Haute. She was named All-Vigo County 11 times across 3 sports. She went to Butler, where she played 2 seasons before transferring to Ball State. Dorcas says, learning from great coaches helped inspire me to teach and coach. And her advice to the next generation, hard work will beat talent when talent doesn't work. I was thinking some of you coaches might want to use that line next year, right? Dorcas is currently a 4th grade teacher at Central Elementary School here in Indianapolis, Dorcas Lawson. Yeah. Kristen Lowy Lanier, Logansport High School. A 1999 Indiana All-Star, she was also a Wooden MCL Citizens Award recipient. Kristen also played in the 1999 North-South All-Star Classic. She played 2 seasons at Xavier University and 2 seasons at the University of Indianapolis, where her 2003 UIndy team went 29-3 under coach Terry Moran, who is currently at Indiana University. And she was named to the 2003 GLVC Player of the Year. After living in 8 states, Kristen says, Indiana is the best place in the world to grow up loving the game of basketball. It is something I will never take for granted. She currently works at Excelsior Academy in Columbia, South Carolina. Kristen Lowy Lanier. Courtney Menon Hester, Clinton Prairie High School. Courtney was a state championship, as you saw earlier here, in 1999, and she was named to the Indiana All-Star team. She left her high school as the school's all-time scoring leader and was also first-team All-State in volleyball. She was a 4-year starter at Indiana State University, where her over 1,800 points sits her second on the school's career list. To the next generation, Courtney says, playing basketball prepares you for life. It teaches you how to work, how to communicate with others, how to cope with failure, and how to succeed. Courtney is currently a manager and accountant, if anybody needs their taxes done, at, well, I hope they've gotten them in by now, huh? At Deloitte Tax LLP here in Indianapolis. She lives both here and in Princeton, New Jersey. Courtney Menon Hester. Erica Raudebush Munt from Hamilton Southeastern High School. Holding multiple records at HSE, including points in a single game, season, and career, Erica led the Royals to their first sectional championship, boys or girls, in school history. She was also a state qualifier in track. She then went to Cleveland State, where she played both basketball and tennis. Erica says that basketball is a great teacher of life lessons. I have earned degrees, traveled to amazing places because of basketball. And everywhere I've lived, basketball has been an avenue to get involved in the community and meet new people. Amen. Erica was named the 2018 National PE Teacher of the Year, which I think deserves a round of applause from all of us. We need great teachers. She currently lives in North Liberty, Idaho. Erica Raudebush Munt. Heather Cusick Migrant from Kokomo and Taylor High Schools. Heather played 2 years at Kokomo and 2 years at Taylor High School, holding multiple team records at both schools. She attended Miami, Ohio University, where she finished her career as the school's leader in points. She was also named the 2002 Miami Female Athlete of the Year across all sports. Heather lives and works in Kokomo, where she used to be a school counselor, and now she is a stay-at-home mom with her 2-year-old and 6-year-old sons. We'll have to ask her which is a more difficult job. Heather Cusick Migrant. April McDivitt Schilling, Connorsville High School. April was crowned the 1999 Indiana Miss Basketball and was a finalist for the Naismith Award that same season, among her many other honors. She holds 13 school records, including career points, assists, and steals. She holds the school record with 8 3-point field goals made in a game. April was part of the University of Tennessee teams that went a combined 93-12 and reaching 2 Final Fours. She then transferred to the University of Santa Barbara, I guess for the Ocean View, where she led the Gauchos to the Big West Conference title and the NCAA Sweet 16. April has been an assistant coach for several teams, including the WNBA Fever and the Dallas Wings. April currently lives, yes, in Malibu, California. We all want to be April. April McDivitt Schilling. And last but not least, Amy Zerker, Northwood High School. I see them there in the back. There they are. Amy led Northwood to the 1999 3A state championship while being named an Indiana All-Star and winning the 3A Mental Attitude Award in the state finals. She sits at the top 10 on numerous Northwood basketball stat lists and went 94-9 in her career as a player. She played 3 seasons at Ball State and collected 500 career rebounds for the Cardinals. Amy works at Siemens Healthcare Diagnostics and is their director of headquarters and support center. Amy lives in Canton, Massachusetts. Amy Zerker. I did it. So, 25 years later, we can see the power of Title IX and the value and the impact of girls and women's in sports by these young women. If you could all stand up one more time. Ladies and gentlemen, you're extremely impressive and accomplished 2024 Silver Anniversary team. Now, to introduce our next very special guest, we have the 2007 Hall of Fame inductee and the legend from Elkhart, Indiana, Miss Phyllis Tubbs.
Good evening again. I have had the pleasure of working with Nan as a colleague when our schools were members of the NIC conference. I am blessed with her friendship and very proud to introduce Nan as our 2004 silver medal winner. Nan has given much to basketball in the state of Indiana from the elementary level through the college level and was a pioneer in women's athletics in Indiana, particularly in northern Indiana. She is a very deserving of our 2004 silver medal. Here to present her with her silver medal plaque is Lynn Dunn, General Manager of the Indiana Fever and a past recipient of this same award, and has brought to the state of Indiana the best gift ever, Caitlin Clark.
Good evening, everyone. First of all, let me tell you this is quite an honor for me because I coached for 44 years, and I never had the opportunity to honor a referee. So, to be honest with you, I'm real nervous. Just kidding. I'm all right. Okay, you're all right. Good. I can take that. Yes. It is my privilege, Nan, to award you the recipient of the 2024 Indiana Fever Silver Medal Award for your contributions to Indiana basketball. I need my glasses, by the way. Excuse me. Indiana basketball, other than an Indiana high school player or an Indiana high school coach. Nan is a 1960 graduate of St. John's, Michigan. Nan worked for 43 years at South Bend Community School Corporation. She is inducted into the South Bend Hall of Fame. Nan became a high school basketball official, joining St. Joseph Valley Referee Association as the first female official. You're a pioneer, Dan. We got to clap about that now. Yeah. She refereed public school leagues, the ICCL, Special Olympics, and the International Special Olympics when it was held at Notre Dame. Tolchinsky was the official scorer for both Notre Dame men's and women's basketball for 30 years. And she was the athletic director at LaSalle High School for 4 years. Nan was the first woman to serve as director of athletics for South Bend Schools, serving for 5 years. Wow, what a career. Congratulations, Nan. I'm happy to award this year.
Thank you so much. I want to shake your hand because I followed your career all the way through too, 44 years.
Well, thank you. Oh, you want me to hold it for you, or you want to speak? You going to speak?
You want me to speak?
Yeah, I want you to say a few words. I know you got a speech.
It's not long.
I've never seen a referee that didn't have something to say. Have y'all? Yeah.
She's lucky I left my whistle at home.
Yeah, I'd get a technical, wouldn't it?
Good evening, everyone. My congratulations to this esteemed collection of talent being honored here tonight. My thanks to the Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame for this honor, to Phyllis Tubbs for nominating me, and to Greg Humnicki, whose phone call truly took my breath away. This is something I never would have dreamed happening to me. The game of basketball has been a joy and a thrill my entire life. I am so happy that my son Peter and grandson Owen and granddaughter Peyton, all the way from Mississippi, my daughter Sarah and granddaughters Abby and Emma from California, my son Daniel and his wife Hannah, and daughter Cecilia from Chicago, my sisters, my nieces, my grandnephews, nephews, and so many wonderful friends are here with me. Thank you to each and every one of you. When Greg told me that I was going to be named the recipient of the 2024 Indiana Fever Silver Medal, my first thoughts went to my papa. He introduced me to basketball. He was a high school coach and referee, of course, my hero. My second thought was of my late husband, Mark, my biggest fan. When I told him that I wanted to, in '74, start to coach, he supported my idea. When I told him that I wanted to apply for a referee's license, he was very excited for me. When I told him that I wanted to apply for a high school athletic director's position, he endorsed my desire wholly. And when Notre Dame needed a an official scorer for the women's game, he spoke up and said, "Hey, my wife can do that." Thank you, Mark, for always being there and supporting me. Basketball has always been a family affair for us. Peter has coached his kids, Sarah has coached hers, and Daniel now has Cecilia in his park basketball program in Chicago. For me, it's a thrill seeing them coaching their children as their dad and I did them. As parents and as administrators, my theory of school athletics is that participants are called student athletes because student is the first priority and the athletics then is second. A career in athletics can end in a second, while an education is for a lifetime. I love that athletics teaches us life's lessons about commitment, teamwork, winning with grace, and losing gracefully. It teaches us to prepare ourselves. It teaches us that the ball doesn't always bounce the way we want it to bounce. It is a microcosm of life. Growing up, I was never, ever allowed to play basketball except on our hoop at home. I never wore a high school jersey. There were no Title IXs in my day, but I found ways to be involved in this game that I love so much. There are so many women like me. I want to accept this award for all of us who were denied the opportunity to play because we were girls, but we still found ways to be part of this great sport. I want to thank especially the Indiana Women's Basketball Hall of Fame Not only have you made this basketball junkie feel validated, but you've thrown one great party. Thank you so much.
I can't really say that I had a basketball injury because I played basketball through my mouth. So my knee injury isn't because of playing basketball. I know many of you struggle with that, but I'm so thankful to be here tonight. And one of the main reasons is finally, I thought and I dreamed from the first girls' tournament that someday people would look at women playing basketball and think of them as athletes, not girls. And we made it. I didn't think I'd live long enough to see it, but we made it this year. We did. And Lynn, only good things are to come. And we're so excited about that. We're going to be introducing some people who are going to be inducted in the Hall of Fame. And the first one that I have for you is Marilyn Major Coddens. Thank you. Marilyn Coddens, a 1968 graduate of South Bend LaSalle, then graduated from IU South Bend in '76 with a bachelor's in education and a master's education in 1978. Coddens was a head coach at South Bend, Washington from 1994 to 2008, where she amassed a 5-conference, 6-sectional, 3-regional, 3 semi-state, 2 state runner-ups, and a 2006-2007 state championship. She had a winning percentage at the South Bend, Washington's 77%, and was an assistant coach on the 2005 McDonald's All-American Games. Coddens was the IBCA District Coach of the Year in 2006, NIC Coach of the Year 3 times, and Metro Coach of the Year 3 times. During her tenure, she was a math teacher for South Bend schools from '76 to 2013. Welcome, Marilyn Coddens.
Good evening, and thank you. Nan, you're a hard act to follow. I know it's redundant, but it has to be said. Congratulations to all the inductees of the 2024 Hall of Fame, the players, the coaches, the silver medal recipient, the silver anniversary team, and the center circle officials recipients. Thank you to Greg Humnicki and the Hall of Fame Selection Committee. Thank you to their staff, the officers, the board members, the directors emeritus, and the volunteers. The Hall of Fame would not exist without them. Thank you to everyone for your time and effort to make this banquet possible tonight. And thank you for you all being here in support of your loved ones. You're the ones that make things happen. This award is still surreal. It's an honor I never expected. Indiana basketball, Hoosier hysteria. How lucky to be a part of all of it. This is not just me receiving this honor. There were so many people that played a part. Suck it up. There's no crying in basketball, that's for sure. Coaching is not a one-man or woman job. With coaching for 23 years, I also was not able to play basketball. It wasn't available when I was in school. So I started at Edison coaching elementary boys, and then junior high boys. And then I had to leave because of reduction in staff. Went to Dickinson and coached junior high girls. Left there, went to Riley, where I coached middle school at Jackson, and I helped at Riley, JV and assistant. I was, again, Had to move because of reduction in staff, went to Washington, and years later, I was fortunate enough to get the head job at Washington High School. I would like to thank my husband of 53 years, Don. I would have never gotten into coaching without his encouragement and support. Basketball was always a big part of our lives. Having him as an assistant allowed us to talk basketball morning, noon, and night, and we seriously did. One year we were putting up our Christmas tree on Christmas Eve because we were always so busy, and he says, you know, so-and-so's playing so-and-so. I said, let's go. we went to go scout. Thanks to all the assistant coaches for their knowledge and guidance and patience. They gave us their time on and off the floor to help develop ball players. Thank you to our 3 wonderful children and 9 grandchildren, our families and friends, again, for your patience and understanding. I could always count on you to be there in the stands for your unending cheers and support. Thanks to we had great supportive parents that entrusted their sons and daughters to our programs. They were there to help keep the communication open on both ends. Thank you to the administration, the teachers, the volunteers, and all the workers for all your support and help to have our program run smoothly. And we did have the greatest fans, not only at home, but on the road. Thank you to the ball players. They were the ones that got the job done on the floor. Their commitment to the sport, loyalty to our school, their hard work and dedication allowed this to happen for me. And I, like a proud parent and a proud coach, have to say that Washington High School during those 14 years had 5 All-Stars, one of being Miss Basketball, a Mental Attitude Award winner. Numerous girls go on and play and get their degree in college because of basketball, and 2 went on to the WNBA. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Our next inductee is Christina Diviak-Eschmeyer. She graduated from Lake Central in 1995, where she led her teams her sophomore, junior, and senior seasons to a combination record of 70-7, being crowned IHSA state champion her junior season. Her senior season accolades include Hall of Fame Classic MVP, Nike All-American, Parade All-American, third team USA Today top 25 players in the nation, and an Indiana All-Star jersey. Following Lake Central, Eschmeyer went to Northwestern, where her career was highly lightened by consensus All Big Ten her junior season, and while leading the Big Ten in scoring. Her career was unfortunately cut short with a career-ending surgery going into her senior season. But Christina is currently a writer, earning acceptance of several prestigious writing programs and workshops. We remember her, Christina Diviak-Eschmeyer.
Thank you. Tall. A banner used to hang in my high school gym that read, "Life is a journey, not a destination." As a teenager, I didn't really understand what that meant. But my journey here to the Hall of Fame, I realize upon reflection, is about 2 things. It's about the people, and it's about the work. My first coach was my dad, Ron Diviak. He was a 3-time Indiana Hall of Fame inductee and captain of the state champion East Chicago Washington Senators in 1960. He wanted this moment for me, and I know he's with us in spirit. We started in the driveway when I was 9 years old, and I was afraid of the ball, and I would cower when he'd pass it to me. And piece by piece, he patiently built my jump shot from the 10 toes up to what he called the backwards C. In middle school, we met a guy named Tony Parker who started an AAU team. We didn't know what AAU was. And he asked my dad to coach. And suddenly, I was on a team with my future high school teammates. We lost a tournament at Michigan State University, like 100 to 20. That's when we really started to work. Because I realized I really didn't like to lose. And I wanted a state championship too, just like my dad. We practiced anywhere we could. In the Griffith High School gym where he coached. We snuck into Lake Central gym at night. Our driveway in the wind or the heat, it didn't matter. He made sure I understood what it was going to take. There are no excuses. You have to do a little bit every day. By my high school, my dad passed me off to the capable hands of my Lake Central coaches. Thank you to Tom Medjessy, Scott Freckleton, and the late Coach Hauber and Ann Downey. Thank you for being tough, kind, and fun, for teaching me. I was lucky enough to have Medj also coach me during the Indiana All-Stars. Lake Central had never won a regional, but in 1994, we won the state championship, and we made the Final Four again in '95. Thank you to Leslie Rasa, Jess Mitchison, Jill Craven, Denise Zaney, and the rest of my teammates who pushed me and supported me. Medj reminded me recently that we captains had come up to him one day and we said he wasn't pushing us hard enough in practice. We were relentless in our pursuit for a championship. And the magic of the journey happens in the trenches together when you're ready to throw up from running, but you're believing that it'll be worth it. After that, Bill Walker formed a new AAU team called Force 10, and he invited me. At the time, I did not want to drive 2 or 3 hours every weekend to spend the whole weekend with girls I did not know in hot gyms. Current IU coach Terry Morin and Purdue great Jennifer Jacoby were the coaches. Stephanie White, former Miss Basketball, and many other future D1 players were on the roster. We won a national championship that summer when we became friends, and I became an AAU All-American. But it required a level of commitment and resilience that I had not yet known. And I'm grateful now for that experience and for those great humans. Thank you to my teachers, my Northwestern family, the LC fans, and the amazing coaches in the region who elevated girls basketball, like Kirby, May, Fisher, Huppenthal, Campbell, and Medjessy, and many others. They developed incredible talent, women that I could give a whole other speech about. Thank you to my family for the sacrifices you made so that I could pursue basketball. To my mom, Sally, for shuttling me to practices and for talking about mental visualization before it was a known thing. To my brother, Mike, for being a little defensive pest in the driveway and making me better. My sister, Sophia, for unconditional support and for flying out from Phoenix tonight with my brother-in-law, Dan. And to my in-laws, Bruce and Ellen, who came from Ohio. And of course, I'm grateful to my dad for his endless time and devotion, not just with me, but later with the grandkids. Each of the grandkids also has his signature jump shot form. Thank you to my husband, Evan, not just my biggest champion, but also a champion of girls' sports. And to our kids, Elijah, Alexandra, and Mila, for your support. I'm still on a basketball journey, just with them now. And I hope what they will understand is this. Surround yourself with good people. Absorb all their knowledge, make friends, and then find joy in the work. Congratulations to all the inductees. Thank you to the Hall of Fame for this honor tonight. Thank you for keeping alive the memories of those who came before us, like my dad, and for archiving, commemorating the achievements for future generations. It's my great honor to be part of the legacy of Indiana basketball.
The next one we introduce for induction will be Lisa Winter Finn. She was a 1996 Huntington North graduate. Yes, give her a round of applause. Lisa? She was a 1996 Huntington North graduate, where her junior season, the Vikings were state champions, and she was named state finals MVP and AP All-State. Her senior season was capped off with a 25-1 record while earning Miss Basketball, AP All-State, and named to the Indiana All-Star team. She was a member of the 2021 Silver Anniversary Team. She scored 1,235 points and grabbed 419 rebounds during her career at Huntington North. Finn went to Ball State, later transferring to Valparaiso, where she received a master's in education in 2001. While playing at Valparaiso, she dished out 143 assists, which is 6th in a single season in Valpo history. Finn is currently the head coach at Cathedral High School. Lisa Winter Finn.
I want to echo those before me and just say thank you to the Hall of Fame Selection Committee for recognizing me with this tremendous honor, and also congratulate everyone on their inductions and the Silver Anniversary Team members and other awards that have been honored here tonight. It's really humbling to be recognized among such a great group of people, many who I've admired, played with or against, and even been coached by during my career. My parents, Rick and Nancy Winter, certainly deserve my biggest thank you. There's not enough time or the right words for me to come close to thanking them for everything they've done and continue to do for me. I didn't fully understand their sacrifice until I became a parent and had children of my own. Christina, we said we weren't going to. Once I spoke my goals and dreams to my parents, they did everything within their power to help me achieve those dreams. I would say one of the most important things they instilled in me was that ultimately it was my dream, and it was me who would have to put the work in and commit to achieving those goals. In preparing for this night and traveling down memory lane, I found that some of my most prized possessions were actually handwritten notes I found that my dad would write me before a big moment or a big game. He actually gave me one before tonight, too. They must have been like the 90s version of a text message. Now we can actually do that. What struck me most as I read and reread all of those notes was that there was never an expectation of numbers, stats, or scoring points. He wrote things like, play harder than you've ever played before, or be the hardest worker and toughest one on the floor. And also, basketball is a simple game. The support of my parents and messages like these helped create in me a team-first mentality and a genuine feeling that team success was always most important. Mom and Dad, you have been and always continue to be my biggest cheerleaders, and I'm forever grateful for that. Another one of my biggest fans is my brother Billy, who's here tonight with his wife Jill. I'm sure it wasn't easy or fun being constantly drug around to tournaments and games that weren't yours. But I do cherish our relationship, and your support means a lot. I was lucky enough to have played for high school coaching legend Fred Fields. To say he pushed us and had high expectations is an understatement. The motivation, work ethic, and mental toughness he fostered in me are to this day some of my greatest assets as a teacher, coach, and parent. He was all business on the court, but I could usually get away with a joke here or there, especially when he would show up for a game in his pheasant sweater. It's been, 30 years, and I still haven't forgotten it, and I'm not going to let you live it down. Coach Fields built a program and culture that I continue to look back on and admire. That culture is what I strive to achieve in my own program every day. Coach Fields, I can't thank you enough for believing in me and my abilities as a young player. You've been there for me through many important milestones in my life, and not just for basketball, and that's really special, and I thank you for that. To Coach Freeman, I'm beyond grateful to have been given the opportunity to play for you at Valparaiso, even after I turned you down the first time. Sorry, if you know, you know. But thankfully, you came calling a second time and gave me a second chance, and it was perfect timing, and it was exactly what I needed. I fell in love with basketball again at Valpo, met my husband there, and genuinely enjoyed my time playing for you. I appreciate and admire the connection you made with each of us individually and the high standards we were held to, both on the court and in the classroom. I'm grateful for your continued support and our connection. Another important thank you goes out to the Huntington and Fort Wayne news media outlets, especially Mike Perkins, Paul Siegfried, Dean Pantazzi. I was in the newspaper way more, and on TV way more than any teenager should be. And you were all really instrumental in supporting, not only our team, supporting me and promoting our successes as young athletes. Thank you to all my former teammates and coaches. Many of them are here, which is really cool, as well as Huntington North High School, Valparaiso University. Our fans at Huntington, if you've seen our games from the 90s, then you understand. And to my husband, Billy, and our kids, Mia, Max, and Luke, thank you for continuing to support me in my basketball career as you know it today. I truly consider the four of you my greatest accomplishment. Having you here to celebrate this and experience it with me is beyond words. Thank you to all my extended family who have always been fans along the way, my best friend Sydney, my in-laws Bill and Sandy Finn, and the entire Finn family. They've gotten a little glimpse of the competitiveness in the driveway or on family game night. To my Cathedral Irish family and some of my players that are here, I just appreciate you all being here, and I thank you for your continued support and allowing me to impact the game in a positive way well beyond my playing career. I know I've likely left a lot of people out, and I'm certain that my kids are timing me right now, so I will end with this. When I was just 17, playing a game that I loved, I really didn't have any idea how much impact basketball would have on me and to those around me. I can say I truly have been blessed in so many ways by this game. Again, thank you, everyone, for this amazing honor.
Next, our inductee schedule calls for Tara Lynn R. Johnson. You may applaud. She was a 1988 Gary Lou Wallace graduate and was a member of the 2013 Silver Anniversary team. Johnson's Lou Wallace career was highlighted by being named Post-Tribune First Team and Parade All-American Third Team while earning an MVP. Following high school, Johnson went to Kansas, where she scored a career 734 points in her sophomore, junior, and senior seasons combined. Johnson is sixth all-time for single-game steals at Kansas, was the team MVP her junior year, and the team captain her senior year. Johnson played in the WBA in 1993 and 1994. Johnson is currently a supply chain analyst and president of the Gary Youth Basketball League. Tara Lynn Johnson.
Good evening. I would like to express my deepest gratitude to the Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame committee for selecting me as an inductee into the class of 2024. Congratulations to all the inductees, the Silver Anniversary team, and all others being honored here today. Additionally, I am grateful to share this moment with Lisa Winter, who I had the pleasure of coaching at Valparaiso University, and Jeanette Gray. She was a top recruit for us. I actually I departed Valpo that year, but congratulations. First and foremost, I would like to thank God for the many blessings He has bestowed on my life. He gave me the courage and the strength to accomplish my dreams, surrounding me with people who always supported me and allowed me to share or allowed me to be here today to celebrate this achievement. This is truly a memorable occasion, one that I could never have envisioned when I first stepped into the basketball court as a young girl at Bailey Junior High School, located in Gary, Indiana. The first time I tried out for the basketball team was in junior high school. All of my friends made the girls' basketball team. I was the unfortunate one. Once my physical education teachers became aware of this, Coach Judge, who has since passed away, and Coach Antich convinced the basketball coach to give me another chance. They both took the time in gym class to work with me in developing my skills. I practiced with the school team and also joined the Community Biddy Basketball League, which is mainly boys. These workouts and game competitions propelled me to become one of the key players who assisted our school team to the school's first undefeated season. If it weren't for my PE teachers, I might not be standing here today. Therefore, I want to thank Coach Judge and Coach Antis for standing up for me in my beginning years and believing in me. And people like Erica, who also was on the Silver Anniversary team. We need our teachers, to speak up for us whenever there's, a need for that. And also, I want to thank my teammate, the one who was my best friend, actually, or one of my best friends, for being here today, and that's Stephanie Heath Page, who participated on that undefeated team 43 years ago. So thank you, Stephanie. For my high school, I am grateful to the coaches of Lew Wallace High School, which includes Larry McKissick, Coach Jeffrey Grant, and George Royster, our AAU coach, as well as several other coaches who coached, trained, and motivated me throughout my journey. My sincere thanks goes out to my fellow teammates, AKA Lady Stepettes, and our inspirational leader, Sonia Carter-Washington, who is also an inductee of the Indiana Hall of Fame. Sonia, who is also my best friend, has always been a guiding light and a big sister figure who encouraged me to follow my dreams and pursue basketball at the next level. She and her husband is here as well. So thank you, guys. I want to also acknowledge and give thanks to the Hall of Fame Coach Earl Smith, who's always supported the girls' sports program and is extremely instrumental in ensuring that former players in our area get their recognition. And I found out that Pat also was a part of that. So thank you, Pat, and congratulations to you as well. I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to the University of Kansas, Coach Marion Washington, Lynette Woodard, Kevin Cook, and staff for giving me the opportunity and believing in me. They provided us with unwavering support both on and off the court, ensuring we had everything we needed to succeed academically and athletically. I am grateful to have Lynette Woodard here today also. She is my role model, mentor, and close friend. She was there at the beginning and end of my college career, and now she is here to witness my participation in Indiana's history. Wood is also representing my coach, Marion Washington, who wished to be here as well. I am so grateful to have had both of them in my life. They are a great inspiration to me and to women's basketball. So thank you, Wood, and Donna's her sister here as well. Thank you both for being here. Thank you to my amazing teammates, the Lady Jayhawks. I know they want to know what's going on, so I want to thank them, who will be my sisters for life. College coaching, I want to thank Coach Keith Freeman, who's here as well. I didn't know about that. For the opportunity to coach basketball at Valparaiso University. This was an opportunity of a lifetime, and I truly appreciated the experience and working with some of the most amazing players. So thank you, Coach Freeman. As a youth basketball league president, I would like to express my gratitude to my Biddy basketball family for their continued support in maintaining the youth basketball league in our community. It is a full circle moment for me to see this league thrive, and I am committed to ensuring that all children have the opportunity to develop their skills and achieve their dreams. To my beloved family and friends, I want to express my heartfelt gratitude for your presence here today, both those who have traveled from near and far, and those who could not be here today. Your love and unwavering support has been a constant source of strength for me over the years, and I cherish each one of you. I'm extremely blessed to have my son Tyrell and my two grandchildren, Kamora and Tyrell Jr., here with me on this special occasion. I hope that this presence, or their presence, will inspire them to pursue their dreams with passion and determination. I want them to believe in themselves and their abilities and know that they are capable of achieving great things. I urge them to keep their faith strong and trust in God to guide them on their life journey. And finally, I would like to thank my mother, who has been my biggest fan, supporter, and amazing role model for me to follow. She always encouraged me to pursue my interests and was there cheering me on. She was the perfect example of a hard-working woman who never quit when times were hard. Excuse me, I'm sorry. She has made many sacrifices to ensure that I have and to have what I need to succeed, and she continues to do so to this day. She is my rock, my idol, my best friend, and I thank her. I thank God to have her and feel so favored, so grateful to have her in my life. In closing, to be recognized among Indiana's greatest players is a testament not only to my hard work and dedication, but also to the unwavering support of my coaches, school, teachers, teammates, family, and friends. Without their encouragement and belief in me, this journey would have been far more challenging or may not have happened at all. So as I stand here today, I am filled with immense gratitude for the opportunities this game has afforded me and a renewed commitment to continue making a difference in the lives of others. Thank you to the Indiana Hall of Fame for this incredible honor, and God bless.
Tears are honest. That was great. Thank you very much. Joe Lentz is up next. And I never knew Joe so much when he coached until I saw him at the state tournament. But since then, I've seen his face quite a bit. So I think when you look at Joe Lentz, you will have seen him somewhere. Joe Lentz graduated from Indianapolis Cardinal Ritter in 1969. Later, IUPUI with a bachelor's in health and physical education and a master's from Butler in 1975. Lentz spent time as an assistant coach at multiple schools for 21 years, including Ritter, Plainfield, Center Grove, before earning the head coach position for 15 years at Center Grove, and 9 then at Ben Davis. Lentz's career coaching is really amazing. His coaching record is 394 and 169. Earned him awards such as Indy Star Coach of the Year in 1996, 97, and 2007. All Metro South Coach of the Year and coached 1997 North-South All-Star Game and was the 1998 Indiana All-Star head coach. Topping off Lentz's coaching career was winning the 1996 state championship at Center Grove. Joe Lentz. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I'll probably screw that up. There we go. First of all, I'd like to offer my congratulations to my fellow inductees this evening, to the Silver Anniversary team, and all of the other honorees. This is a great event. It's a great honor. This is something special. The Hall of Fame in Indiana is very, very special. That's like it says, and the saying goes, in 49 states it's just basketball, but this is Indiana. And so just for that reason, this is a very humbling experience for me. I'm honored and grateful. And I must thank so many people for being here tonight, because I sure didn't get it done on my own. First and foremost, my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. He has answered all of my prayers, every single one of them. And sometimes he said no. And when he said no, that turned out to be the right answer. The Hall of Fame Selection Committee for the selection, I thank you very, very much. I'm honored and humbled. I thank my parents who sacrificed so much time and money for me so that I could play the game as a child, continue to pursue it as an adult, as a coach. I certainly wish they were still here with us. That'd be great, but I know they're looking down somewhere and probably smiling. My wife, Kathy, who basically has raised our kids, our 3 kids, all those years I was coaching. I can't thank her enough for that. I can't thank her enough for what she's done for me, both professionally and personally. I'll never be able to thank her enough for that. To my 3 wonderful and patient daughters, my 4 grandchildren, who have always been my biggest fans. And I'm blessed to have 1 grandchild and 2 of my 3 daughters here tonight. I appreciate their coming, as well as my son-in-law, my cousin John. thank you very much for the family. And while I'm on that, thank you for all those who, especially the old football officiating crew. Thank you guys for coming. I appreciate that immensely. And the Ben Davis table down there, which I really appreciate so very, very much. So many mentors through the years. Mike Henderson, my high school coach, and a mentor who advised me throughout my entire career. Jim Jenks, my first head coach that I worked for, and Jack Ney, head coach at Plainfield, who brought me to Center Grove. I owe him so much. Those three have all, unfortunately, all passed away, and I sure wish they could be here as well to share this honor. Dick Harmoning, who taught me how to organize a program, and Bill Zick, who was very patient with me. At Center Grove, John Clements and Carol Toomey, who gave me the opportunity to finally become a head coach. At Ben Davis, John Clark, Stan Benge, Heather McGowan, who gave me a chance to once again become a head coach. And they supported me the way administrators should support all coaches. Being a head coach is not an easy job. No one can ever be successful at it by themselves. Gary Robinson, Vic Smith, Deb McClure, who's a Hall of Fame inductee, Vince Cerbone, John Moran, Anthony Mann, Kenton Brown, Derek Goss, Brad Dickinson, all have served as assistants of mine at one time or another. They've been good friends, which I value highly, and they were excellent coaches who contributed so much to the girls' basketball programs at both those schools. And the next group is one that must be thanked far more than anything else, than anyone else, really. During my head coaching career, I was blessed with so many talented players who were wonderful human beings who enriched my life so very, very much. And they've all grown up to be outstanding women. In many respects, the players are really the most important reason that I'm here. Coaches, of course, play a role, but you can't be successful without good players. I owe a great debt to all of them. As I said earlier, they've enriched my life over the years. And this leaves me now with just one anecdote. After we won the 1996 state championship at Center Grove, I received so very many letters, the cards, congratulations, phone calls. All of them just were fabulous and great. One of them was from a very good friend of mine in college that I've been able to keep touch with over the years. He sent me a card that he had made on his computer. On the front, it said, "Congratulations, you finally made it." I opened it up and it said, "And it only took 12 women to get you there." And that pretty much sums it up. So my thanks once again to the Lord, the committee, my parents, family, mentors, colleagues, and players. Thank you all so very much.
We've had some extraordinary people here tonight. I'm sure you're aware of that. And so many with so many stories to tell. And I'm sure after this is over, if you wanted to visit with a few of them, they'd be probably very happy to share that with you. Rick Marshall. Rick graduated from Winchester in 1974, the University of Indianapolis in 1979, and the Indiana State in 1985. Marshall coached for 20 years at North Knox, where he compiled a 366 and 100 record, including 6 conference titles, IBCA District Coach of the Year, Indiana Coaches of Girls Sports of the Year multiple times, and was a 1999 Indiana Junior All-Star head coach. Marshall coached at Vincennes Reveille from 2017 to 2022. Where he had a record of 105 and 26, earning 2 state runner-ups, and the 2018 and 2019 Evansville Courier Girls Coach of the Year again. Marshall has a career winning percentage of 79%. That is something to be said. 79% winning percentage, earning 471 wins during his career. We're proud to introduce to you Rick Marshall.
Sorry.
Well, just like everyone else, I would like to congratulate my fellow inductees, Silver Anniversary team, all the others that have been mentioned tonight. And also, I'd like to thank the Hall of Fame Selection Committee for this honor. I'm honored to have my name placed alongside the names of others who have previously selected by the Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame and for their basketball accomplishments. I'm so grateful and humbled to accept this prestigious award. In this limited amount of time, I would like to thank those who have been the greatest part of my coaching career. I would like to thank and honor my family. I have my Aunt Judy here tonight, and I'm glad that she was able to make it. And I also would like to thank my wife, Jan. Jan, behind the scenes, did a lot of work for me, washing uniforms, making her famous chocolate chip cookies, and she probably deserves this honor more than I do. My daughters, Carly and Alexa, they've always been there to support me and my coaching career. They're probably my biggest fans. Also, I'd like to thank my sister Angela and my brother-in-law David for their support over the years and their attendance at many of our very biggest games. I'd like to thank my outstanding high school teachers and coaches at Winchester Community High School for helping me understand that I wanted to be a teacher and a coach. And the gentleman that had the biggest influence on me was my high school basketball coach, Pat Rady, who is in attendance tonight. Pat instilled the love of the game, and he's just a special person in my life at that time. And Coach Rady, a member of the Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame, has always been a friend and an inspiration throughout my coaching career. I want to thank the professors and the coaches at the University of Indianapolis. I was blessed to have been taught by incredible staff who pushed me to be my best. I started coaching girls varsity basketball in the fall of 1986. After being a part of the Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame, Coach Howard Sharp's boys basketball staff as his freshman coach, Howard had a great influence on my basketball philosophy. However, I wouldn't have made this switch from boys to girls basketball if it wasn't for a young lady by the name of Tricia Collop. Tricia convinced me to become the North Knox girls basketball coach between her freshman and sophomore year. The Lady Warriors had their biggest upset, defeating number 2 Bedford North Lawrence in 1988. Tricia actually hit her first 3 that night. In my second year of coaching, Tricia and her teammates took us to the 1988 Hall of Fame Classic in my third year of coaching, and we finished runner-up to Warsaw. Of course, the game was played at Warsaw. Okay. Tricia was North Knox's first Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame member and her first Indiana All-Star, and I thank her for all she's done for me and my family. Also, I'd like for you people here, Tricia's at Toledo for 16 years as head coach. Very successful, and just recently has been named the head coach of the University of Miami Hurricanes, and I'd like you to just give her a round of applause because she's sitting right over here. The legendary coach, Mike Krzyzewski, once said, "Every season is a journey, every journey is a lifetime. A coach is only as good as the effort made by his players." Throughout my career, I have been honored to coach some very wonderful young ladies, a few of them sitting in the crowd tonight. while at North Knox and at Vincennes Reveille High School. A special thanks to these ladies, their parents, for contributing to the success of both programs. The first 20 years of my coaching girls basketball career was at North Knox High School. I was blessed with wonderful people who assisted me in making a program successful. As all the coaches have said so far, it's not just done by yourself. One of those was my longtime junior high coach, Charlene Grove, who was an awesome teacher of the basic fundamentals of basketball. Charlene's husband, Tim, was the junior high stats man, and he also was later become my principal at North Knox. Tim was helpful to our program, and now he's also a historian of basketball, not only for North Knox, but for Knox County. I would like to thank my longtime assistant, Kathy Elliott. Kathy coached our defense, and she made me a better coach along the way. Thanks for the long list of my assistants along the way, student managers, who are all a big part of the program, as you all know. The last 5 years of my coaching, I was hired to coach at Vincennes Reveille. I want to thank Doug Halter for convincing me to coach a travel team. And that travel team kind of got my juices flowing again to be a coach. And I was fortunate enough at Reveille to have a talented team, inherit a talented team, and we went back-to-back state finals. While at Reveille, I had an outstanding assistant coaches. And thanks to one of my assistant coaches there, Charlie Wagner, some of you know his daughter Grace, who played at Indiana University, for being my defensive coordinator. He helped us to be 29-1, through a beefed up schedule in the 18-19 season. Accordingly, thanks to assistant coach Larry Knight, our offensive coordinator. Larry has been with me at North Knox and followed me to Reveille. A special thanks to Brad Keller for the years of volunteering as Reveille's bus driver and scorekeeper. Thank you to the school administration of both schools who have been very supportive throughout my career. A special thanks goes out to all those who helped with both basketball programs. This has been a wonderful day and evening. However, there are a few people that could not be here tonight that I want to share this occasion with, and those people would be my mom, my dad, my mother-in-law, and my father-in-law, and especially, probably my biggest fan, my grandmother, who lived to be 102. Okay, and got to be interviewed by the local TV station when we were at the state finals, so she really enjoyed that. She ate that up, actually. Okay, so all these people are no longer with us, so I'd like to dedicate this awesome honor to the memory of them. I thank you very much for this honor.
Our next inductee, thank you. Our next inductee is Jill Morton McFarling. Jill was a 1996 North Decatur graduate, was a member of the 2021 Silver Anniversary team. She was a 1996 Indiana All-Star, Gatorade Player of the Year, Wendy's High School Heisman nominee, and North-South All-Star. She was a Street and Smith All-American, both her junior and her senior seasons, where she averaged 27.3 points per game, and that was in her senior year. She scored a career 1,656 points at North Decatur, and had 324 rebounds, 381 assists, and 316 steals. McFarland went on to Louisville, where she, in 112 games, scored 1,402 points. She was the first Cardinal to be drafted to the WNBA and the first to be an All-American. She holds a Louisville season three-point field goal percentage record at 53.5%. McFarling is currently a technical specialist. Jill Morton McFarling.
Thank you. It's quite an honor to stand up here tonight, especially since I'm on page 18. But congratulations, guys. Way to go, all of you guys that are up here. It's quite an honor. It's very difficult for me to picture me amongst you guys as well as just a Hall of Famer in general. So, and as I think it was Tia said best, Indiana basketball is Indiana basketball. And so this, being honored as a Hall of Famer, it's humbling. So I'm not going to deny that I'm proud, right? And I am proud because I get to stand up here and say thank you to you guys. So many people are here tonight who supported me along the way. And there's absolutely no way I'd be standing here tonight without them. So from coaches I have here, to teammates, to friends and family, mom and dad, thank you. All of these people, they pushed me, they beat up on me, especially Brian, Dad, Barry in the driveway, listened to me complain, shot endless amounts of hoops with me. I know my dad was tired many days, and he still would get up and go out there and shoot with me. Hoops at North Decatur, people were always willing to rebound when I was maybe not in class when I was supposed to be. And then at Louisville, just thank you. Thank you for all your support. You guys have celebrated with me. You've cried with me. Some of you set me on the bench for not shooting. And Mom sending mail at Louisville during the preseason. Every week I'd get a letter from Mom so that I could survive Coach White, Keith, and the gang down there. So thank you, Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame, for choosing me. I'm honored. And thank you to my Hall of Fame team of coaches, teammates, friends, and family. You're the reason I stand here tonight. So thank you. Short and sweet, eh? I was trying to take these off so I don't look like a broke. Oh, I've watched you play a lot, let me tell you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Congratulations.
And now we get into a couple of people that many of us saw play basketball years and years ago and captivated us by their pigtails. Melinda Miles. A 1977 graduate of Bloomfield, along with her sister Melissa, helped lead Bloomfield to earn a state finalist spot, losing to East Chicago Roosevelt. Miles scored a career 1,045 points, and Bloomfield went on undefeated for 4 regular seasons of her career. Miles was named to the state's military academy, or I'll take that back, let me get this in. Also, the Hoosier Basketball Magazine girls all-state team. And then Melinda went off to the United States Military Academy, where she and her sister graduated with a bachelor's in engineering and were the first set of female twins to graduate and the second class of women in West Point history. That's that small town, never giving up stuff, isn't it? That's exactly what that is. After graduation, Melinda earned a rank of captain in the 32nd Air Defense Artillery. Melinda then worked for Coca-Cola before retiring in 2020. They made history, Melinda Miles.
Okay, 32. All right, good evening, everyone, and thank you for this just awesome night. Thank you for this incredible honor and for the record I do accept. Thank you so much. Get that in the books. Thanks to the committee for your consideration and for your vote. Congratulations to all my new buddies up here, the new inductees of the Hall of Fame. I'd like to especially thank our basketball teammates, coaches, family, and friends who have supported us our entire life. Thank you for being here. And a big shout out and thank you to Dr. James Peterson, the founder of Army Women's Basketball, for making the trip from California.
Oh, my
goodness. Another quick shout out to Mom Marge George for celebrating her birthday with us tonight. Thanks for being here, Mom Marge. Our parents and many of our Cardinal fans are with us in spirit tonight. Thanks to our mom and dad, Nana, Boomy and Sharon Vaught, Coach Glover and Martha, and the so many others who have supported us our entire lives. Boomy was our biggest fan, and we know Coach Glover's record at Bloomfield High School and an inductee Hall of Famer. This is really an honor for our team, our town, and our families. We grew up, like many of you, proud Indiana Hoosiers who live basketball 24/7. That's who we are, and that's who we will always be. In grade school, our parents built a new house, and somehow my twin and I convinced them we would not move there until there was a basketball goal. So Dad put up a basketball goal so that we would move, but he took it a step higher and put up a half court with lights for us so we could all play anytime we wanted. And then, you know, of course it gets cold there in southern Indiana. Dad put up a hoop in our barn so that we could play when it was really cold and snowy out. So we were able to play most of the time. One more quick story. At night when Melissa and I were supposed to be sleeping, we would draw up plays in our bedroom. And most, but not all the plays would call for number 32 to shoot. Right, guys? Number 32, shoot? Okay, and I did a lot of that. So, we were lucky to have the full support of our boys' teams and coaches during high school. And so we got to play and practice against many of the boys and our brothers. And the way I remember, and I think Miss remembers it this way too, is that the girls won most of the time. Bill, is that right? I think the girls won? That's the way I remember it. Anyway, so it was great competition getting us ready for the high school state finals. Back in the day, you guys remember Bobby Knight? Well, he had a basketball camp. So I wrote Bobby Knight and asked him if girls could come. And he said, well, IU's working on it. So I waited a day or two. I didn't hear anything back, yes or no. So we decided that we would bury our Hoosier pride and attend Ruth Jones's Purdue camp. Well, that was great, but you know, IU Purdue, it was great either way. One tournament season, our teammate Sherry Carmichael, number 22, her family got the flu. So Sherry moved in with us so we could keep playing basketball and win ball games. We kept on winning, so Sherry stayed with us quite a long time, right? Quite a long time. Yeah. Exactly like the movie Hoosiers, our entire town shut down during tournament time. Everyone wanted to support the team, and they did. They painted their windows, we had pep rallies, and the whole town caravaned. Yeah. What happened? They caravanned to the games with us. It was just great. And our brother Bill was jokingly the little water bottle boy who thought he could play. He was on the bench with us, making it even more special. Basketball truly is a team sport and a town sport, then and now. After high school, Melissa and I were the first twins at West Point, played on the varsity women's basketball team, and had just a great experience, you know, except for the Army part of it. Dr. Peterson sealed the deal for us to attend West Point by agreeing to schedule Army to play at IU and at Kentucky our freshman year. And that was just really, really weird playing against IU. You know, do we or do we not? But we did. And it was a sweet win for Army. Of course, our little town of Bloomfield hosted the entire team, and it was just unbelievably great. So I wish all the best for all the big kids and little kids out here growing up now. It's you versus you every day. Play to win. Be the best you can be every single day. And thanks again to the Hall of Fame for this entire evening. It's just been awesome. The best part of me is that me, Little Miles, is up here with my twin, Big Miles, going into the Hall of Fame together. So once again, thank you all so much for this unbelievable night. Go Cardinals, go Hoosiers, go Army. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
So you know the other twin. This kind of puts you in a kind of a sad state here to have to follow your sister. But I'm sure you've done that before. I think, yes. Now the other Miles that we'll introduce is Melissa. Melissa Miles, yes, go ahead. A 1977 graduate of Bloomfield, along with her sister Melinda, helped lead Bloomfield to earn a state finalist spot, losing to East Chicago Roosevelt. Okay. In this game, Miles scored a career of .733 for the year, and Bloomfield went undefeated for 4 regular seasons of her career as well. Miles was named to the Indiana All-Star team, along with the Hoosier Basketball Magazine Girls All-State, and Melissa went on to the United States Military Academy, where she and her sister graduated with a bachelor's in engineering, and they were, of course, the first female twins to graduate, and the second class of women in West Point history. Now, after graduation, Melissa earned the rank of captain. She stayed. Was that kind of a big thing? 6 years, just 6 years, okay. Melissa earned the rank of captain and as a company commander. Melissa retired in 2021, but since 2017 has created and led a non-for-profit organization called Friends of Army Women's Basketball. Melissa Miles.
I'll just bump this up a little bit for the rest of us. So you just heard from my twin just a few minutes ago, and she probably remembers that when we were 10, not that long ago really, our parents took Melinda, our little brother Bill, and me to Disneyland. Well, Meme, what do you think? Today may just have topped that amazing time at Disneyland. And, you know, as I think about Hoops Hall, that's really kind of a Disneyland for hoopsters, right? I mean, that's how I felt today, Disneyland. It may be a small world, but basketball made my world bigger and certainly more magical. Thank you, Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame. What an incredible organization in the best basketball state in the country, and I've lived in North Carolina for 40 years. I'm so fortunate to have been on extraordinary basketball teams. This honor, though, never crossed my mind. I've admired Hall of Fame inductees all of my life, but the thought never crossed my mind that I belonged here. How could a Miles from a little Indiana town be on the same list as basketball greats like Wooden, Knight, Bird, Woodson, Moran, Catchings, LaTanya Pollard, Stephanie White, Katie Douglas, Guy Glover, and of course, Judy Warren? Well, unbelievably, as of tonight, 2 Miles girls from Little Bloomfield are on the list too. Well, maybe just in fine print, but still on the list. Notably and appropriately, I'm the second Miles on the list. Seems there have always been a lot of seconds for me. I was born second, just 3 minutes after Melinda. Our high school basketball team came in second in the first ever Indiana Girls State Championship in 1976 at Hinkle. After winning 48 straight and beating Indianapolis Tech at the buzzer, we played Warsaw and Judy Warren for the championship. It was 52-all with 1 minute to go, but Judy Warren's free throws sunk us. Warsaw was number 1, Bloomfield was second. Second sucks. Second stings, and it still does. Thanks, Judy. And for all of you that are still here, Judy, where are you? Okay, so...
Stand up, Judy. She is.
So I understand that Judy has generously volunteered to buy the whole group around just on Judy Warren, so thank you. My senior year, we went back to Hinkle for the second ever Indiana basketball state tournament finals. We got thumped in the afternoon game by champions East Chicago Roosevelt. This was only our second loss in all 4 years. I was just proud to be on the same floor as LaTanya Pollard. She was some kind of athlete. I was on the second ever Indiana All-Star team with Terry Rosinski, Beth Millard, Cecilia Mims, and some others. I graduated in the second class with women at West Point, and I was the second Miles twin to graduate. Sometimes you really do want to be second. Army beat Navy again this year in football and men's and women's basketball. As the tradition goes, the winner of the Army-Navy game gets to sing its alma mater second after the losing team sings. That's the best kind of second. Thanks to family, friends, teammates for being here. Coach Nancy Woodward, Nancy, could you wave? She likely has one of the best winning percentages ever at 96% in her 3 years as our coach. My teammates, both from high school and college, are rock stars. Julie, Sherry, Connie, Alice, Terry, it means so much to me that you all are here tonight. Thank you. Our starting five from the first ever Indiana Girls Championship game is here. Please stand so we can applaud you. For starting five, first championship game. You all were the reasons that our teams were so successful, and I love each one of you. Thanks to brave and visionary leaders who paved the way for all of us. Billie Jean King is a sports hero of mine. One of her famous quotes is, "You have to see it to be it." I'd like to call out a few people who helped me see it along the way. First, the late Birch Bayh. He was a U.S. Senator in Indiana, famous guy, great senator from Indiana. Bayh, along with Patsy Mink, authored Title IX in 1972. Bayh was an avid WNBA Indiana Fever supporter and even tossed up the first jump ball in Fever history. Bayh's Title IX legislation was key to opening doors to girls and women in classrooms, as well as on basketball courts and sports fields. Title IX changed everything, truly benefiting countless women, including me. I'm proud that Senator Bayh, father of Title IX, appointed my sister and me to West Point in the second class with women. You have to see it to be it. And without Birch Bayh, Caitlin Clark might have stayed in the cornfields of Iowa instead of joining Aaliyah Boston on the court in Indiana. Another person who helped me see it was Julie Record. 4 months after President Nixon signed Title IX, Julie Record began her high school career at Bloomfield. Nice time, Mr. and Mrs. Record. Julie is a Bloomfield High School teammate, former coach, outstanding student, and lifelong friend. She was a year ahead of us, and we went to see her games before we were old enough to be on the team. You have to see it to be it. Favorite memories were playing basketball, just like all of the other inductees, playing basketball with our friends Julie, Sherry, Connie, Amy, and the boys anywhere we could, on the grade school playgrounds, on a snowy driveway, or in a dark and dusty pole barn. What mattered most was who we were playing with, not the height of the basket or the puddles on the court, because this is Indiana. Dr. Jim Peterson is here from California. Dr. P is the father of women's basketball at West Point and recruited my sister and me. His support enabled us to see paths through West Point to becoming Army officers And I really appreciate you being here, Dr. P. Thanks for all your support. Thanks to my spouse, Susan Shackelford, for being it for me for 33 years. Susan is a writer and authored 2 history books on women's basketball, Shattering the Glass and Hoops and Heroes. These books are yet another way to see it. Finally, my twin, Meme. Meme and I often fought like cats and dogs growing up. We competed in everything and still do. Our grandmother often refereed our skirmishes. Our grandmother was my hero. Nana was athletic, smart, outspoken, and kind, and very cool. She wore pants in the 60s and 70s when other grandmas wouldn't be caught dead in them. She was our team's biggest cheerleader and braided our hair. Somebody mentioned pigtails. Yeah, she's the one. All the credit to Nana. And it's no secret that she liked me the best. Sadly, for our whole team, Nana died one day before we played East Chicago Roosevelt in the 2nd consecutive trip to the Final Four at Hinkle our senior year. The worst day of my life was followed by our 2nd team loss in my 4 years. Thankfully, Indiana basketball, Mr. Basketball, Ray Tolbert, heeded the call and braided my hair before Indiana All-Star games, just like Nana did. My summer of fun, though, as an all-star quickly melted away when Meme and I started boot camp hell at West Point. We didn't have to worry about braids because our hair got whacked off with all the rest of the cadets. But we did get to play basketball together at Army for 4 years and team with some kick-ass women who later served our country as artillery officers, engineers, chopper pilots, and Army generals, and decorated war heroes. Meme and I have celebrated life's highs together and made it through its toughest challenges together, often while dribbling, shooting, and rebounding. Well, actually, it was mostly me rebounding, while Meme launched threes before threes were a thing. Meme's a lot like my grandmother. She's my best friend and teammate for life, and now I'm proud to call her my favorite Hall of Famer. Thanks again for this tremendous honor. Thanks to everyone who had a hand in putting on this memorable and magical event. And congratulations to all inductees for being it and inspiring countless youngsters to see it 52 years into Title IX.
Well, I wouldn't consider that being second. I think it was a tie. What do you think? I think it was a tie. They both did a great job. How enjoyable was that? Our next inductee is Lisa Williams Burgess. She graduated from Carmel in 1995, where her senior season saw her lead the Greyhounds to a state runner-up finish. Burgess was named Hamilton County Player of the Year, Indiana All-Star, Indianapolis Metro Player of the Year, and Indianapolis News Player of the Year. In addition to basketball, she was second-team All-State Volleyball in 1994 and a 4-year state track finalist, the 4x400, and 3-year state track finalist in the 800. Didn't have much time to rest, did you?
Worst race
Ever bad, huh? Well, you can explain to me why you did later, but you had so many successes. I guess you had to hate something, you know. The 800 was really great for her, although it was better for all of the people that watched it, obviously. Burgess track finalist, of course, went on then after that. She decided to go to South Carolina, where she scored almost 1,100 points while earning her numerous accolades as a member of their program, including academic honor roll and multiple all-tourney teams. Burgess is currently a relationship manager for, is that Comerica? Comerica. We should have.
Where the Detroit Tigers play.
Where the Detroit Tigers play. Lisa Williams Burgess, congratulations on your inductee.
First of all, thank you very much
Second of all, second sucks because Lisa Winters and her team made us second. Wow, though, what a humbling reason to be back home in Indiana. Thank you to all the Hall of Fame committee for this nomination. It's been quite an opportunity to travel back here with my family and participate in such an honorable event. While Columbia, South Carolina has learned to love women's basketball, thanks to the recent success of, maybe 3 national titles now, Leah Boston, Dawn Staley, I can honestly tell you that Indiana has a special environment for basketball that is unmatched. The trip down memory lane has been such a blessing as I recall all the individuals that supported my journey. From my coaches of the boys team at the Jordan YMCA, where my dad would tell everybody, just you watch, all those boys didn't want to guard that little girl, and then within 6 or 7 points, that coach would be yelling, "Who's got the girl?" To my coaches, Nancy Wilson and Susan Walvius at the University of South Carolina, thank you from the beginning to the end of my playing career. There were so many instrumental people that I would be remiss if I didn't say thank you to Dr. John McCarroll, Pat McKee, Mark Broderick, Lee Lonzo, the late Dr. Bill Duke, the late Eric Clark, Bobby Cox, and so many more that were champions of my talent and my career. To my teammates, some of who are over there, woo! Thank you for your excellence. Carmel is a special environment that is difficult to replicate. The culture of competition and excellence is unmatched, and I'm so grateful for all the teams, volleyball and track included, and the lifelong friendships that were formed. Carmel, coupled with my AAU experiences, are all fond memories. Speaking of Carmel, I cannot say enough positive things about someone we have all heard a lot about tonight, and that would be Judy Warren. I would tell her to stand, but I would also say, get on the chair, coach, because she was, tiny and fierce and mighty, but this is where I get tore up. Judy was the heart and soul of Carmel basketball, and that short, fiery lady loved and tolerated us in the best of ways, and she may have pulled out her hair a few times because of us. Coach has truly become a great friend and mentor, and I am honored to be included in this exclusive group of women and men, and to be included with her. So thank you, Judy. I cannot leave here this evening without recalling the day I came home with a new number on my jersey for Carmel High School and watching my mom's eyes tear up. You see, the number 22 is a special one. It's not just Caitlin Clark. September 22nd, 1979, my brother passed away. I turned 3 the next month. And I know that my guardian angel has some influence on my standing here this evening as part of the 22nd inductee class. A good amount of my family has all worn the number 22, and tonight reminds me of how important family is. Not everyone can make it this evening, including my mom. Hey, Mom. But my entourage of Lisa fans were best led by my siblings and my tiny little crew that have all grown up now and have some of their tiny little crew. Thank you, Jerry, Jeff, Diane, Julie, Greg, Tracy, Christine, Kylie, Kirsten, Caroline, Allie, Jessica, Lance, Christy, my brother's family. There's a lot. There's 19 of them. I really want to say all 19, but I'll stop there. I love you. And as I reflect, as the evening closes, I am honored to be a member of the Basketball Hall of Fame, but I must thank my parents, Jerry and Martha, for being in the Parents Hall of Fame. And there's a lot of them. We've all talked about them. But tonight is a reflection of their strength, love, and belief in God that brings our family here tonight. Thank you, Mom and Dad. You prepared me for the journey to do the same for my daughters, Courtney and Emily, who are here with me tonight and are forging their own path of glory. God bless, and congratulations to all the recipients tonight. And we only have one more to go.
Well, it's been quite an evening, and I really appreciate all of your patience. I don't know why they think women are long-winded, but I guess sometimes all of us are. I'll include myself in that group as well, but what a great group of women honored tonight for really, they're the ones they're the reasons we have a Caitlin Clark. They're the reasons why everybody watched the NCAA tournament. They're the reasons why everybody got excited. Because if these women hadn't forged the way, there wouldn't be one. There wouldn't have been a week, a day, or a year like we've had this year. And the best part of it, there's a lot more to come. Our last inductee is Jeanette Yeoman Mosier. She's a 1986 graduate of West Lafayette Harrison. Mosier led the Raiders as a team MVP her junior year, and senior years along with scoring 646 points. That was her senior seasons, and becoming named an Indiana All-Star. Jeanette was a member of the 2011 Silver Anniversary team. Mosier went on to St. Joseph's, where her senior season was capped off by being named First-Team All-American and GLVC Player of the Year. She scored 2,280 points at St. Joseph. That's a lot of points. And held 27 school records upon graduation. Jeanette also has a career in coaching record, and that record is 440 and 211, with stints at Alfred University, State University of New York at Cortland, and the University of Texas at Tyler. Welcome, Jeanette Yeoman Mosier.
Okay, I'm going to advance the ball. I don't have any more timeouts, and I'm running a play for Jill, so it's going to be over quick. I would like to thank the Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame for this induction. I'm very honored and appreciative of this award. I am grateful to have played this great game in the state of Indiana. I may not have experienced a Milan miracle, but I certainly got a few opportunities to run plays like the picket fence, and I didn't get caught watching the paint dry. I grew up playing basketball beginning as a toddler. Dad made sure we had a good hoop and adequate lighting, and often played with us. Mom learned early on to never honor our request to make an official call from the kitchen window overlooking our game. I cannot remember a time in my life that I haven't enjoyed this great game. Experiencing Hoosier hysteria at Harrison High School was a thrilling experience. And to top it off, I got to play college basketball at St. Joseph's College, near my hometown of Lafayette. My family was able to watch me play a lot of my games. My dad made every game my senior year. Dentist appointments. And because I just couldn't get enough basketball, I coached college basketball for 30 years. Yes, they paid me to coach and be a part of this great game. And I got to wear shorts, sweats, and great swag to work every single day. Basketball has certainly afforded me a rewarding career with no regrets, and I thoroughly enjoy teaching the game of basketball today to young players. Hall of Fame ceremonies are special for so many reasons. For me, it brings some nostalgia. I am using this weekend to remember and reminisce about my high school playing days. But more importantly, this ceremony gives me a chance to formally thank the people who really made this honor possible. My parents and sisters are here tonight. I lived and breathed basketball. I am so thankful for the support from my parents and appreciative of my sisters for enduring and embracing our basketball-driven way of life. I want to thank my husband for being here tonight. I met him in my first year as a college basketball coach, and I'm very thankful to have a partner with the same competitive spirit that I have. I was coached by 3 men. My dad, who as a teacher, let us play in the gym while he graded papers, and he also coached us in junior high. Coach Dave Manier, who passed away a few years ago. I know he's here with me tonight. Coach Manier kept our offenses and defenses simple. He believed in our athletic abilities. I'm especially grateful for his trust in me to make sound decisions with the basketball. Finally, Coach Dave Smith, my college basketball coach. Thank you, Coach Smith and Marla, for making the trip from Pennsylvania. When I was dropped at St. Joe as a freshman, I had no idea how playing basketball there would shape my life. We won a lot of games and a lot of championships, but it is the relationship with my team and campus community that stands out. Coach Smith is the best coach a player could ask for. He coached us hard, loves us harder. He had a fiery, competitive spirit that rubbed off on his players. Coach, I am so grateful for the skills you instilled in me and the valuable life lessons you taught and continue to teach. Your influence has made a lasting impact, and you are one of the most important people in my life today. Thank you so much, and I love you. I've said a lot of thank yous tonight, but I wanted to close with this one. To Annette, my twin, my big sister by 5 minutes, and best friend. Whether it was the hours in the driveway, always looking and passing to me for the shots at Harrison, cheering from the stands at St. Joe, or recapping games on the phone while I coached at Cortland, there is no doubt in my mind I wouldn't be here without you. You continue to assist me to this day. Getting to experience this great game with you is one of the reasons I love it so much. In closing, Indiana high school basketball springboarded for me the awareness that success in basketball, much like in life, isn't just about making the game-winning shot. It's about resilience, teamwork, and every now and then, pretending to know what you're doing when the ball is in your hands with 10 seconds on the clock. Thank you again for this honor, and congratulations to all inductees.
On the closing act right now. Can I have all the inductees to please stand? All the inductees, gentlemen, ladies. Yes. You guys can stand in. Ladies and gentlemen, as president of the Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame, it gives me a great deal of pleasure to welcome you into a permanent enshrinement and induction to the Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame in Newcastle, Indiana, as the class of 2024. I would be remiss if I did not ask this group in front of us, please stand. Silver Anniversary Team, you stand with them. As well as our state champion teams that are over here to the left, and our officials. Congratulations to all of our honorees tonight. Travel home safely, and thank you for the support of Indiana high school basketball.
wanted to thank you so much.